You know, that's just
BS.
That's
for our city council meeting. That's our city council meeting right there.
Yeah, we're not important. That's okay. We're just a whole bunch of poor people. We're poor black people that nobody cares about. That's okay. I get it.
That's all city council.
Wow, y'all see all the police presence out here for a board meeting. This is what we got for a board meeting.
What a coincidence. What a coincidence.
This is what happens at a board meeting.
But that's okay. Remember, we're just all black.
Back into the war zone, y'all.
Your hand getting down, or are you good?
I got it. Thank you.
And look at this. Look at their butts.
The other people going in.
It's a city council meeting, not
Yeah.
like a.
Well, I don't know why they want to lock
The front,
Like,
right here.
Who's patrolling the streets now?
At night, exactly. Since all the police are here, who's gonna watch over the night?
I guarantee.
On the night shift.
I guarantee Mayor Clark he had all the police around him for his interview that he just happened to schedule
How you
at the
doing?
same time as the press conference. Isn't that convenient?
I know, right? That's just stupid, right?
You can throw all kinds of accusations saying that I was raping or whatever children.
I saw that.
Yeah. So it's convenient that he schedules an interview for the same time that I talk about it online. Maybe he should tell us about what he's doing with children.
Yes.
What's Mayor Clark doing with children? That's what I want to know.
Oh, thank you. I'm going on the elevator. Alrighty.
So that's why I'm saying I want to know exactly what happened. So yeah, that is not okay. Not okay. But anything for him, you know. Now, when people actually want to say something, I don't think anybody feels she I mean, yeah, I don't know exactly, but I do know that she
Going up.
called me and said that they said, well, wait.
It stinks so bad in this elevator.
And then so we waited.
Oh my God, it smells. Alright, y'all. It smells like ass in here. Like, I am not lying. This is horrible. So it makes me want to walk up the stairs. Why he push him like that? Why he push him like that? Okay. All right. That's my keys. What you mean? If I can walk through with this, then no. Or either way. Okay. Let me know when to go.
How you doing?
Okay.
So if you're going to be recording,
I know. I gotta sit on the
record the area,
other side.
yes.
Yes.
Turn it off.
I'll turn it off. I'm going
Oh, they got it.
Thank you. Sorry, y'all. Hey, I go over there.
Yes.
Okay.
Grab that ring.
Oh, and he part of the media and the one that got pushed. You, you know I caught him pushing you on camera, right? Hey, everybody. Thank you guys for joining in. I am about to have to charge my dang on gimbal in a second. Oh, please don't tell me I didn't bring a cord. Oh, yes. No, I didn't. Oh, man. I might have to go to my car, y'all. I left my charger thing. Oh, wait a minute. Nope. There go a cord. Hold on, I might be cooking with gas. The meeting started at 7 o'clock. Okay. I gotta go get my tripod. This sucks. Can you do me a favor? Can you hold this till I come back? I gotta run to my car. No, you know what?
We had him used to
You
walk
good?
right here. We got
Oh, okay.
him in a van too, but we had him sit down in a chair. It's a chair you can put in the shower.
I ain't gotta go to the car, y'all. I lied. Ain't nobody going to prison. All right, it's charging. Oh, go ahead. Pay attention to when I got out the elevator. Pay attention to when I got out the elevator.
What's up, bro?
So as soon as I got out the elevator, the cop was pushing the media guy. This stupid. They mad. They wasn't ready for this turn up. Or turn out. Hey everybody. So I thank y'all for joining in on my live. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put it in my chair. Thank you. I was getting gum. I'm at the Harvey board meeting here in Harvey, Illinois. I'm gonna move my chair up in a minute. I'm just sitting in the back until it starts. I'm gonna move closer. I feel like I got a hole in my lip.
Now we all have to sit back.
Ryan, you got your body cam on?
I do.
I see the green light.
Yeah, so did you hear this about some BS that Clark having to call it the BS at the same time as our press conference? Isn't that interesting? You see how he disrespects the residents like that? All the time. Every day.
It's definitely going to be a pack more.
But I wonder what he's going to say about
For a minute, I'm gonna go up here.
Absolutely, it's time to make him famous. We got to make Clark go viral. That's the only way they're going to get famous is for Clark to go viral. If he don't go viral, ain't shit going to be famous about him.
Lewis, I'm live.
I am here to help Harvey. I am here to help Kobe. Kobe Chapman is going to be the next mayor of Harvey 2027. Yes, that's what they scared of. All this is because of fear.
Right, exactly. Thanks for coming.
No problem, of course.
Won't be no rest while we here. There's no rest everybody. I'm going too.
All right, good evening, everyone.
Who is that?
Good evening.
The public has a right to be present at public meetings, except executive session. That is defined by the Illinois Open Meetings Act. Each Harvey public meeting affords members of the public to submit brief written statements or make public comment during the public comment part of the meeting. However, persons in attendance are not allowed to act in an unreasonable manner that alarms or disturbs another or provokes a breach of the peace. This can include making loud or unusual noises, clapping, speaking out, or interrupting during the city council meeting. One may not impede the performance of one's official duties. If any person acts in a disorderly manner at a public meeting and persists after being warned, the mayor as the chairman can order the person to withdraw or be removed from the meeting. If that person refuses, they can be removed and fined under disorderly conduct statute. Disorderly conduct at a public meeting in Illinois involves any unreasonable behavior that disturbs others or disrupts the meeting, and it is subject to removal penalties if it persists after a warning. This also includes any city employees or council members. Harvey police officers are present in public city council meetings to assist the chairman in preserving order. If any person is ordered to withdraw or leave the meeting by the mayor and refuses, that person will be cited and criminally charged with disorderly conduct. The Harvey Police Department can escort the person out of the building. If the person refuses to leave and physically resists the Harvey Police Department, that person can also be charged with resisting arrest. Under Illinois law, resisting arrest is defined as knowingly resisting or obstructing the performance by one known, Under Illinois law, resisting arrest is defined as knowingly resisting or obstructing the performance by one known to be a peace officer, firefighter, or correctional institutional employee of an authorized act within his or her official capacity. This constitutes a Class A misdemeanor. The statute requires that the act of resistance must involve some physical act that imposes an obstacle that may impede, hinder, interrupt, prevent, or delay the performance of one's duties. Examples include struggling, wrestling, going limp, or physically aiding a third party to avoid arrest. Illinois law explicitly states that a person is not authorized to use force to resist an arrest by a known peace officer, even if that arrest is believed to be or is in fact unlawful. Resistance of even an unlawful arrest by an own peace officer is a violation of said statute. Thank you.
You got another chair.
We definitely have a full house.
Okay, thank you. Making rules that they know y'all, that they have to. Like a judge. Good man.
I'm gonna zoom in just so y'all can see. I should go get my tripod. That's perfect.
Christopher Clark. Mayor Clark, that's the one we gotta get rid of. He got the vote.
Yeah. He on his last term.
Last time. 18 months or
Everybody sees the back of a cut and everything. Which I've been waiting on. Say it fast.
Oh, you okay?
Trustees over there. Right there sitting up below me. He only got one. There's another guy sitting next to him. Yeah, yeah, just them two. That's them. Yeah, it's 2, 3. No, just white one. Yeah. There you go.
Call meeting to order. This is the
Everybody rise.
Council meeting. Today is Monday, July 9th, 2025, at 7:12 p.m. All of the president's council members, if you'd be so kind as to log in as present. We have a quorum. Next item on the agenda is invocation of plan and pledge of allegiance. Everyone bow their heads. Heavenly Father, merciful and gracious God, we come to you.
He is not praying for me, y'all. Those is not my prayers. It's not my prayers.
We thank you, O Lord, for your much favor, because were it not for that, we would not have been able to wake up this morning. If we were not for you sending your Son, O Lord, we would not have any of that grace or mercy extended to us, O Lord, so that we can have each other. We ask, O Lord, that you would allow us to look inside our souls and to find your spirit, so that we may be guided in your will and your way, so that we may be protected, O Lord, from those things that may come to try to block our paths from getting closer to you. We know that you are the most important, and you are the most high.
This is the most longest prayer.
The most omniscient and omnipresent God. We know that all things flow through you, and we would like to only be a vessel, O Lord. So we ask that you bless this council, that you bless this city, that you bring your spirit upon it, and let it rain down and pour on every citizen, O Lord, and every person that comes
He's praying.
within our jurisdiction. We thank you again, O Lord, and we thank you
He's
for
a reverend and a
continuing
lawyer.
to bless us, and we will continue to hold you up high, because you are the magnificent, you are the one and only God, and we need nothing else. This we ask in Jesus'
Y'all see
name.
this the reason why he pray. Because the media. So, because of the media.
They want to stand up to a flag, and they listen to the people from the honor flag.
Aren't you supposed to do the pledge first and then say the prayer?
And praise the flag.
Well, thank you. All right, next on our agenda, number 4 is the presentation from Emily Dugan from Get the Lead Out Initiative. Is she present? Hi, can you step over here, please? I think there's a microphone.
That was at University Park, right?
This one? Perfect. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting us here tonight. Thank you especially to Ms. Crystal Richardson, who we've been working with on this project and getting our efforts to identify the service lines in Harvey started. My name is Emily Dugan. I am a contractor at General Dynamics Information Technology, and I'm here with my colleague today, Misty Pope, who is a senior advisor on this project. Go ahead and go to the next slide. So the Get the Lead Out initiative, this is an environmental protection agency program that helps cities around the country identify where lead is and accelerate its removal. This is an entirely free program that Harvey opted into in collaboration with General Dynamics to find where lead is, apply for funding to replace it, and again, create a plan on how we're gonna actually remove it. So next slide. The commitment of the GLOW initiative is to implement proactive measures to ensure clean, safe drinking water in Harvey. Lead can cause significant health issues, specifically to younger and older folks, and so the best way to prevent that is to remove it at its source. We support the identification and the planning of the replacement of this through 4 central things seen up here. First, there's the historical records review. Harvey's gone through much of this already to develop the initial inventory. Then we'll be doing visual inspection. That's mostly what I'm going to be talking tonight, is about how we're going to do this visual inspection. There's community engagement planning. That's going to involve everyone in this room to help identify where that is, talk about how we're going to keep your water safe, and then finally, funding and replacement planning. We're currently in the process of doing a replacement plan for Harvey. It's a long process, and I know that Harvey has already worked with an engineer on applying for funding to remove flood service lines. Next. Visual inspection, that's where we're at right now. We really need to know where the lead is, because you can't replace something if you don't know where it is, of course. We're doing that through a few different ways. The first, we want to make sure that we're not just disrupting your water, digging a big hole. So the first thing that we're trying to do is have visual inspections through an online survey that you can take. And we have these signs here. You might have seen some of these signs around. Thank you, Water Department, for putting those up. I was so excited to see that. There's a little QR code here, and you can scan that to take the survey online. It takes 3 minutes. There's instructions. If you find your water meter, take a photo, submit that. It really, really helps the city. You can also find this survey on the Water Department website too, if you're not someone who likes to see represented. There are those of us who are like that. The other thing that we were planning too is to actually have a team out in the field to be going and knocking on homes that we know we're not sure what the material is. So in July, you might see some of us out there will have these yellow vests, a clipboard, and we'll be asking if we can come into your home and look in your basement at what that service line material is. If you don't want someone in your home, maybe you don't want to clean up your basement, you have some Christmas decorations all around, you don't want to move the boxes, go ahead and fill out that survey and we won't be bothering you. So definitely encouraging people to take the survey, but you might see us in July. The next thing that we would move on to is exploratory digging. That's what we call, it's our general term for a thing called potholing. That's where we'll dig a hole in the ground so that we can see the line and identify what that material type is. Harvey has done a great job with their inventory already, and we're looking at some ways that we can actually, use that potholing process to be used for some scientific research as well too. So we're really excited about that. But before that happens, you're going to be getting notices. You'll know if your home is going to be one of those that might have a pothole in front of it. So it's not the kind of pothole that you drive over and it hurts your car, I promise. And we will be doing restoration afterwards as well too, so you won't have a hole in your yard. All of this, with all of this data, we put this into the inventory. We make a plan for how we're going to replace all these lead lines, and then we go out and apply for the funding for that. The next slide. Okay, and this is again too. This is the self-identification survey. Again, we'll leave this here for you too. So if you want to come scan that, you can also go again to the City of Harvey's website to find that survey. Next slide. We're developing a lot of different flyers for people to use, so you'll be seeing some of these out. We're planning to send out a school flyer as well too, so make it an educational activity for students to get them involved in identifying where the lead is. So you might be seeing these at your church, your school, in your mailbox. Just wanted to prime you for that. Next slide. Again, as I said, community engagement is a huge part of this, so we are going to be engaging you through every step of the process. We're not trying to just show up at your home without any type of warning, asking to get into your basement. We want you to know that we're coming. So we'll have some signs out, some social media material that will be telling you when we're coming. So that's kind of our logo design. I'm sure I get you all prepared for that. And then we'll go to the next slide. We're also going to be showing up at some events in Harvey too. So we'll have this table. This is for a community in Ohio. Harvey has their own tablecloth shoot that we're designing right now. We have fun little games, activities, resources about lead, how you can reduce your risk for lead, how to self-identify. So you'll be seeing us out this summer. Next slide. This is my favorite part of our community engagement. We really like to distract the kids, get them over there. We have buttons, lots of coloring books and things. So just so you know, we will be trying to encourage your children to come over and talk to us so we can talk to the parents, so just be aware of that. And next slide. And again, more examples of our community engagement things. So if you see us out this summer at a community event, come say hi and chat with us. Next slide. So what happens if we do find lead? In the Chicagoland area, there is obviously a lot of lead. We're expecting that we will find more as we go through this process. But what we're gonna do is we're going to be working hard with you to make sure, one, that you're safe. We're going to be giving information on filters, on how to run your tap water to avoid the risk of ingesting more lead. We're going to support the community and identifying and applying for more grants so that it can speed up the timeline for how this lead is being removed from the water system. And we'll help work with the community to create plans just to keep you and your family safe. Next slide. And finally, this is my pitch for everyone. Harvey's participation in GLOW requires action. I want to speak as well to the aldermen and women too. We encourage you to speak with your wards and your constituents about the survey and about door knocking, letting them know, take this survey so that we can find this, so that we can speed up the timeline for replacing lead service lines in Harvey, and letting them be aware that we're going to be out in the community to do some door knocking in July. So connect with this, everyone here too. If you have a family member who hasn't taken the survey yet, go home and let them know to take that so we can get their information in there, and be sure to visit the city's water page so they can get more information. Every record we review, every visual inspection that we do in the community gives us one step closer. So just thank you all for your participation, and again, thank you for allowing Missy and I to come and speak with you tonight. And then the last slide, I think, is just the survey again. So really appreciate the survey. Thank you. If there are any questions, I'm happy to know. Yes.
Sixth Ward.
Thank you for your presentation. I'd like to know about the timeline, and will you be working in conjunction with the Harvey Water Department as you're visiting residents' homes, especially seniors?
Yes. We're actually, Crystal and I have been talking with other community organizations as well, and with organizations that are working with Harvey seniors, so that we're not surprising them. There's a person that they know coming to the door with us, so that they know that, okay, this is trusted, this is okayed by the city. We're working very closely with the water department.
And how will we determine whether or not that these houses, some of the more older houses, actually have lead in them? I mean, do you have to go in the house to make that determination?
So the city did a great job with the inventory, the initial inventory. They did a records review of this, and they're presuming that based on the house date that it would be lead. We're going to be doing some of those. We're going to be sampling some of those, not all of them. We're still working on the exact plan for that, but we do still have quite a few that we're not sure what the material is, so we need to go and actually go into those homes to inspect that.
And in your humble opinion, about what kind of timeline are we looking at as far as this process from beginning to end?
Your participation in GLOW, that's only for the year, but for the replacement of all of the lead service lines, currently as it stands, we're looking at that's 2037 is when that needs to be completed. I don't want you to quote me on that. There's still some changes in the lead and copper roll going on that need to be approved.
What year is this? You might not even be here in 2037.
My question is, I noticed some of the posters are written in Spanish. Do you have all your literature, including your flyers, in Spanish and your program in Spanish?
Definitely have that. If you would like us to translate this presentation, that is something that we can do as well, so that can be given to you in Spanish. I didn't prepare with that tonight.
Okay, great, thank you.
This is Harvey.
Any questions?
Right there.
Hearing none, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, next,
Got
as for
irritated too.
business, approval of ordinances and resolutions for the city of Harvey. 5 old business, none, 5 B new business, B1. A motion to approve the release and settlement agreement between A.E. Winters and the city of Harvey. This motion authorizes the agreed upon settlement for A. Winters v. City of Harvey for case number 20-CD-2248.
I read up on it. It was, I
Motion
don't think I saw the judgment amount.
6 and second by the third.
I gotta look at it again.
Hearing none, you may cast your vote. Motion
Carries.
carries. There is no ordinances between the city of Harvey and Calumet City Plumbing. This resolution authorizes the removal of existing water meters located either in the valve box or valve vault in city right-of-way or residence homes, and replacement with smart water meters in accordance with bid number 2025-03-01 for a total contract amount of $322,865.00. Got a motion by the third and a second by the first. Is there any debate? Is the debate? Well, that's not the point. Okay. The question is there any debate? Hearing none, you may cast your vote. Motion carries.
And that's resolution 4007. 4007.
Thank you. Next on the agenda are alderman reports.
That's not surprising.
Advise the second ward.
Good evening, Mayor Clark, fellow alderpersons, administration, and residents of the great city of Harvey. First, I want to wish a happy early Father's Day to all the fathers, grandfathers, mentors, and father figures in our community. Your strength, protection, and guidance do not go unnoticed. Proverbs 27 says, "The righteous man walks in his integrity. His children are blessed after him." Our city needs men who lead with integrity, love, and courage, especially in these trying times.
Hello.
As we celebrate our families, we must also acknowledge the financial challenges many residents are facing, particularly those raising children home for the summer. Since January of 2025, the city has approved several fee changes that affect everyday living. The municipal gas use tax was restructured, potentially increasing costs for heating and cooking gas. Credit card processing fees were added for paying water bills, permits, and city services online or by card. Ordinance 3501 was adopted, which allows automatic annual increases to city fees and fines based on inflation according to the Consumer Price Index. A $60 transfer stamp fee was added for all property sales effective April 7th, with a 3% convenience fee for digital transactions. These are just to name a few. Each of these adjustments was presented as a way to improve city revenue and services, but the cumulative impact is significant, especially for working families and seniors on fixed incomes. That's why I strongly encourage residents to attend committee meetings led by your alderpersons. These meetings give you a chance to understand proposals early, raise concerns, and help shape decisions before they're finalized. We need transparency and equity in every step we take. Adding urgency to our situation, State Comptroller Susanna Mendoza continues to classify Harvey as being in critical financial condition, citing serious cash flow issues. This isn't just a financial concern, it's a call to act responsibly and collaboratively. And while we discuss finances, we must not lose sight of the lies behind the numbers. 11-year-old Willow shot here in Harvey, and the woman whose foot was mauled by a dog. These tragedies underscore the urgent need for stronger public safety, accountability, and compassionate city response. To everyone in the Second Ward and across the South End, thank you, gracias, shukran. Your support, advocacy, and presence make a difference. Let's continue to rise together, and we'll be having a Second Ward meeting this Wednesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., 15446 South Lexington at Transformation Community United Methodist Church. Thank you.
Next, we have
He can't stand when she talk.
Good evening, everyone.
Thank you.
Good to see you in person tonight, it really is. I love to see you on still. When we're doing all the meetings here to conduct business, we all get a packet. We used to get it like on Friday, we did it a whole week ahead. That's the time we are supposed to read our packet, call to get answers to our questions we may have about it. When we come to meetings, we're to say yea or nay to what we agree on. If you don't agree with anything, just say no. These meetings are not for the grandstanding and all of the things that happen in these meetings, or for us to be put your opinion. We're doing our best with what we have. We always talk about financial responsibility. I know everybody's tired of us talking about what the last administration did. However, $165 million is a lot to chew up in one term, 2 terms. But like I always say, with all the money that the businesses owe us, I wish all of you would take this time out that you come in here for this, to go to those stores and shame them into giving us our money. See, that would be the first step to a movement to improve our community. Give us our money. We have a funeral home here, which we all know, funeral homes, everybody gonna pay to bury their loved one. Anytime you don't have a funeral home paying you what they're supposed to pay you, but we can sit in here and grandstand about something that's not even as important as getting our money to help us get what we need. So I implore you all again, let's sit together to show us the money. Thank you.
Excuse me, what are they supposed to pay?
They taxes, they property taxes, the taxes they haven't paid us in over 10 years. Over 10 years, so everybody acts like, yeah, I tried to do 10, but they probably can't, you know, I understand sometimes our group can only take so much, a little bit at a time, because I don't think they understand who has taken our money, who has our money, who won't give us our money. They want us to fix streets. We've been running this city with no money.
Hey, y'all.
We've been running this city with no money.
Y'all taking taxpayers home.
Everything we've gotten that's been done here is through grant money. And everybody is saying, why do we fix this street and not this street? You can't take this money from here and put over there. We all know that. And then, like I said, not only you people here, some of you people that's sorors, you know, because I always thought soror, your sisterhood, that you're supposed to be trying to work together and improve your
Target
community.
that. That's definitely a challenge.
We at least come together.
You shouldn't have told her not to say that
At
word.
least keep our kids safe.
Thank you.
So the soror's not keeping the kids safe?
All right, everybody.
She need all her sorority sisters up here next meeting.
What Soros got to do with it?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. She just mad because she couldn't join.
Can we please come to order so we can move on?
Talk to you too.
Greatly appreciate it. Next up is the 6th Ward. Can you speak to your microphone, sir, so they can hear you?
Good afternoon, everybody. Citizens of the 6th Ward. I'd like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to each and one of you for coming out to today's meeting. Your continued involvement and concern for our community is what helps the 6th Ward strong and move forward. I'd like to take a moment to commend the Street and Sanitation Department for a great job that they've done cleaning and cutting overgrown lots throughout the ward. With this recent stretch of heavy rain, the job hasn't been easy. They've shown great commitment and diligence. And as we enter the summer season, I also would like to remind everyone that school-aged children are out of school. And please use extra caution while driving through our neighborhoods and our community. Kids are out playing, riding bikes, and enjoying their break. Let's do all our part to keep them safe. Additionally, I would like to inform you that we have completed our annual spring break across the board. And if you have any remaining bulk items of debris that needs to be picked up, do not place them in the street or in the alley, as they will not be collected. Instead, please contact me, and I will work and contact directly with the street department to provide a dumpster or an appropriate solution. Once again, thank you for your continued cooperation and partnership. If you need to reach me for any reason, my contact information is area code 708-516-2271.
serving. And thank you, and let's keep working together for a better sixth ward. And I also like to wish every man, with the sound of my voice, that's here in the city of Harvey, and as well as the sixth ward, a glorious Father's Day. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on Mother's Day, which they do deserve it, but it couldn't be a month without Father. So, with that being said, I'd like to wish everybody a glorious Father's Day. Thank you. Next, Board Board.
Thank you, Mayor. My mic is working, right this time. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I would like to first piggyback on the other responses of saying the most underrated holiday of the year, Father's Day.
Yep.
And the reason I can say that, because I'm a single parent, I raised my daughter and my son. And I know I've been a father, and I couldn't have been a father. My father had the best excuse in the world. He passed when I was 2 years old. That's the only excuse I can ever accept for being a father. Nevertheless, I had a strong mother to raise me, even though she didn't approve of me being in politics at all. She told me to watch myself and to be careful. She still raised me to the point where I can be somebody and make a difference in somebody's life. So there's a lot of good fathers out there. We may not get the credit that we deserve, but if you're a father, you don't look for credit. You're a survivor. You raise, you take care of the home. You don't look for anything. Only for the kids to grow up and get out on their own. Update for the grass in the 4th Ward. The grass is always the hardest time of the year. Well, in the beginning of the year, because it rains so much and the grass grows up and everything, but they are in the 4th Ward. They are out there cutting and they are doing a good job. And I just want to commend them for that and let them know that. I just want to I want to wish a happy birthday, a happy 5-year-old birthday to Mr. Garver right there. If you can raise your hand, sir. Okay. I just wanted to just say that, and I just wanted to just commend him when I said 5 years old, because when you look at living life, 20 years, they said 3 scores and a 10 is 7 years old. So if you're 75 years old, you really completed a real good accomplishment. So I just wanted to just acknowledge that. I quickly want to acknowledge Mr. and Mrs. Harris. I can't stop talking about them. Mr. Harris is 100 years old. Ms. Harris is 95 years old. They were in Philadelphia at a Masonic convention. The fire alarm went on off. They had to make it down 15 flights of stairs, and they made it down those stairs, and they made it down those safely, and they are still here. So amen for that.
Amen.
God mention them, and at the end, just teamwork. We can all find a way to get it together for the sake of our residents, because that's who we work for. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, and finally, we have the 1st Ward.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Good evening, everyone. And once again, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and all the role models. I just want to say, I am the longest serving elected official on this board. And with that being said,
You're going to get unseated too.
I have to recap my first 8 years. Many of you know that I myself was threatened, harassed, even to the point that my employer was sent flyers, along with my colleagues, about unfavorable characteristics of me. I was contacted by the federal government, Cook County, and many of those media forces seeking the story. And I had a story to share, and I did share it. Not only did I, but all the aldermen, I believe, were contacted by these three outlets during my first 8 years as an elected official under a previous administration. Now, my last 6 years under this administration, under Mayor Clark, never once did the federal government or Cook County ever contact about any story. And I will say, for the record, only one media outlet reached out to me in those 6 years seeking a story, but I didn't have a story to share.
Yeah, right.
And trust me, if there was a story, I would be the first one to share it.
Was she reading it?
What's she reading? To uphold the laws and duties of an alderperson.
How are you reading this? You should be speaking from your heart.
And faithfully discharge these duties to the best of my ability. And I take that seriously. It's not subjective. It's not whether I
Absolutely.
choose
That's all it is.
to follow a law or a duty of an alderperson. I took an oath that I would in the state of Illinois and the U.S. Constitution. Therefore, I ask each and every one of you, before you hear a story, because you will hear them, check the facts, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act,
Answer them.
go to the
Send them
clerk's
out.
office. And nothing else. I have nothing to hide or nothing to mislead anyone. Please give me a call. And my phone number is 708-596-7470.
Call.
Thank you.
Put that in the microphone with you so we can make sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. My phone number is 708-596-7470.
Make sure y'all call me.
Next we have public comment.
Public fund.
Is encouraged and appreciated. This is the only opportunity for the public to address the city council on agenda items and any other city-related business. In order to accomplish all business on the agenda and be respectful of everyone's time, council members will not engage in dialogue with individual members of the audience, and no immediate action will be taken on
Why would they
any
do that?
public comment issue. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. No speaker may donate his or her time. Comments shall be courteous and respectful at all times. No person may use public comment for the purpose of campaign or advertisement. This is not a question and answer time. The council cannot engage in conversation with the public. Questions and concerns about operations should be addressed to city staff during regular business hours. So, first we have up for public comment is Chanel Hooks, followed by, looks like Kathy King Waters.
Hello, Harvey. My name is Chanel Hooks. I am a newly elected Harvey Public Library trustee in 2023. Thank you for all those who voted for me. I'm not part of the divine nine, but the jabs that's been taken.
Yeah.
Alderman Smith, man, the business that taken. Because that has nothing to do with you.
That's right.
Being in a sorority has nothing to do with what's going on in Harvey. You talk about these taxes, that's not even your business, that's the county's business. We have no businesses, and about your last, administration prior, you four decided for us not to have a grocery store. You all decided for us not to have streets done. You all decided for us not to have lights, all of that. Y'all did that. You four, yes y'all did. Y'all four did that. Y'all missed 18 meetings. He said that y'all was protesting. Where? Because y'all wasn't outside. Y'all wasn't up in here. Even if y'all was outside, y'all wasn't in here though. So you wasn't holding up your fiduciary duties to the people. The man came and was gonna give us a grocery store. He was gonna pay for back taxes and everything. Y'all said no. We were gonna get a Ricky Properties. Y'all said no.
Why?
Everything. Y'all said no to it. Now look, like I said before, the hole or the ditch that you dug to cut off, you should have dug it for yourself. Because y'all laying right in it now, because we ain't got jack here. Nothing. Y'all built a 51 unit building for what? Can't feed the people. You can't even give the people medication. They don't have no pharmacy, no nothing here.
Wow.
So what did y'all accomplish last administration? Nothing. And then you talk about the 1 million, but 169 in what they got to do with that? 6 years now. 6 years. No treasurer's report. But y'all steady paying out all these lawsuits. You getting all this other stuff. You got these big screens and all that. Everybody driving car and all this and that. But you talking about the debt from last administration? Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Show that money. That's all we want to see.
Thank you. Next is Kathy King Waters, followed by Berserk Irvin.
She don't be playing with them.
Good afternoon, good evening actually. I'm with the Flagstaff Park, which is a LGBTQ education support and advocacy group. On April 28th, a Harvey resident was accused of being a pedophile and is a gay man. If those accusations were true in his job, the school where he was as a mandated reporter would have had to report him. He would have been charged and prosecuted if those charges were true. And it's irresponsible to perpetuate that kind of stereotype that has existed for eons about gay men. In February of 2025, Gallup poll released some stats. 9.3% of the U.S. population identifies as LGBTQ. 9.3% of Harvey is a big chunk of Harvey. 23% of Generation Z, our up-and-comers, identifies as LGBTQ. When they see their leadership denigrating LGBTQ people, they're not going to want to stay here. They're not going to want to stay here after graduation. They're not going to want to buy houses. They're not going to want to open businesses. Without our young people, remember Whitney Houston says children are our future, our cities in the Southland are going to fold. They're going to fail. We need to make all people feel welcome in all of the South suburbs, because we know in the South suburbs there's not a lot of support for LGBTQ people. And I see a very diverse group in this room, and a very diverse group leading Harvey. Y'all know what stereotypes do. Y'all know the effects that stereotypes have, and nobody should be perpetuating them in this state. We need to come together, and we need to be the examples for our young people. So I hope that this august group will not fall for stereotypes, will not perpetuate stereotypes, and will not perpetuate rumors. And I thank you very much for your time this evening.
Thank you. Next is Berserk Irvin, followed by Cynthia Wilson.
Hello everybody, my name is Berserk Irvin, former trustee of the Harvey Public Library. And wow, I'm disappointed. The waste. I am sick and tired of you all arresting Colby Chapman over your violation of Robert's Rule of Order. I've never seen so many violations in all the days of my life. You just changed it to your Clark's Rules of Order. This is crazy. We don't know what's going on. We don't know what you're doing. all the lawsuits, all these people we're paying out. Eddie Winters, police chief, he started community policing. Came here, tried to rally around the community. You got rid of him, now we paying him out. Who is advising you on to do these things? It's not about winning. It's about what's right and what's wrong. And once you put that into your vocabulary about what's right and what's wrong, then we're going to really change things in the city of Harvey. I'm not up here to win. I'm up here to get what's right for my city. And I think that's what everybody else is here for too. We ain't at no dog race, okay? We ain't at no horse race. So you need to change the way that you look at things. All this personal stuff that's going on, you need to get rid of that. Because if she asks a question, there's a good reason why she's asking it. And I don't want to hear nothing about, you got this many days to take care of this before that. Apparently you all ain't answering her. If she's emailing you or calling you, you in the law firm, and where are they at tonight? Where are they at tonight? You on your own, you by yourself this time. I want to see this stop. Grandstanding, Miss Smith, you're the worst one of all. You are the worst of them all. What is going on up in here? Shirley, you said somebody was contacting you and would question you and stuff. You're just as bad, okay? You voted to have her removed. This woman had surgery. And these policemen up in her tossing around here like she a rag doll. You don't know what pain she's feeling in her body. She ain't assaulted nobody. Y'all assaulted her.
Thank you.
And him. It's got to get better than what it is. It's got to. The treasurer's report, we can't get a report. What's going on? At least tell us how much money that we have. It don't have to be down to the nickel penny. You can do better than what you're doing. This is not the way that you run a city. Okay, I expect, because you're the oldest and been here the longest, you know better than everybody else. But to please him, to get that little $25,000 for the year, to pay for your expenses, to shake your head, you know I know what I'm talking about. I'm not new in town. At one time, me and you were linked up together, but not no more. Not no more. The truth will set you free, okay? And that's all that I want. Always remember that, okay? Get them off, Kobe Chapman, and her mama too, all right?
Thank you.
Next we have Cynthia Wilson, followed by Henry King Jr.
Hey, I'm Cynthia Wilson. My issue is not with Christopher Clark today. My issue is not with the chief's office today. We're supposed to be speaking on the 18th. My issue is with my alderwoman. That's what my issue is. I called you on the phone and told you what was going on before I even talked to the chief. Before I even talked to the mayor's office, I told you what was going on. You asked me, so what you want me to do? You don't come to my meeting, so what you want me to do? So I have to do something for you to do something for me? Then I asked you about the shooting that happened behind my house. You said I ain't the police. What you want me to do? And then you said you want to talk about Miss Kobe. Miss Kobe. Don't tell me about this lady. I don't know what this lady got going on. I never met this lady for 2 times in my life. And the second time I met this lady, she was picking up trash. Tell me how many times you done picked up trash around your city. You need to step down, for real. It's not good. It's not. You think you bigger than the program, baby, when you just a puppet on the string.
Ooh, hello. Got him.
Next we have Junior, followed by Vernon, it's like Herman.
Words of my mouth, meditation of my heart, accept when I said, Lord, my strength and my beauty. Lord, bring peace, love, and take away the hate, all the spiritual schools that have been. Lord, guide us to a better way, Lord, and take all this get back, arrest, and all this stuff out of the city of Harvey. Lord, you say we cannot pray when we're evil. Our prayers are not answered when we do things after we pray. In the name of Jesus, I pray.
Thank you. Amen. A real prayer.
Roles and responsibility of a municipal treasurer. A treasurer in Illinois holds a significant position within the local government, managing the financial affairs of the municipalities. The responsibility are defined by the Illinois Municipal Code, which includes overseeing the collection, safeguarding, and disbursement of municipal funds. Treasurers ensure compliance with state laws such as the Local Government Debt Reform Act and maintain accurate financial records of transparency and accountability. Treasurers are also responsible for investment management under the Public Fund Investment Act, prioritizing safety, liquidity, and yield. They navigate property tax, working with the county officials to ensure timely and accurate tax billing. Their role requires a deep understanding of the property tax code and an implication for local revenue. In budget preparation, financial forecasting, treasurers collaborate with municipal offices to develop fiscal sound budgets. I'll read this again. In budget preparation and fiscal forecasting, treasurers collaborate with municipal officials to develop fiscal sound budgets. It involves analyzing revenue streams and identifying financial challenges, while staying informed about the changes in state and federal funding and legislative development. I tell you, this city is backward. What the problem is here, the treasurer can't make a progress to do anything because if the treasurer is able to do something, they would know what the reports are. They know the money coming in and money going out. Right now, we have, as Brother Missouri said, $25,000 allocated for each ward. And what does that mean, $25 for each ward? The question I want to ask you, as I said the last time, tell me what each alderperson is getting for this. Is each alderperson fairly getting the money? And I say this again, the treasurer, my suggestion, should be holding an American Express. Well, that alderperson gets the money, is seen as a report made, and as a document sent to the city hall and everybody else. But the bottom line is, we have a treasurer that's being mistreated. And we're being mistreated because our financial understanding of what's happening in Harvey and the money's being spent, and for whatever it is, we don't know what it is.
Hello.
And we still don't know what it is. Here's a police chief, and I loved him. I love Mr. Winters. He set all kinds of programs up for us, citizen policing and all that. We had block captains and all that guy. The bottom line that I see, show me the money, and I won't say anything bad about you. But I'm not shading anybody like some other persons. Instead of giving a report, they're giving a shade. Let's be real.
Thank you.
Next is Vernon Turner, followed by, I'm not sure, but Amir is the last name.
Good evening. My name is Vernon Turner. Mayor Clark and your staff and department heads. I'd like to speak on, normally you're having the weekend for the July 4th. It's on our 55th. The city of Harvey does a great job of cleaning up, but I think you need to put the signs out sooner because people might be on vacation that time. They might not be able to move their car unless they talk to their neighbors or something. And it'd be easier to have them know in advance. Also, we should have, when the staff report, every once a month, maybe break them up in half, not all of them be on the same first, and then they should have something to say. Last time they were like, no report. There's got something going on in every department. But something, there's 2 sentences that at least let us know that they're doing something that's for the city. And the minutes, you always say, no, old business, but nothing reported what was there. Because I don't come every meeting, but the people that come, really seniors of Harvey, the most ones come, and they should be able to see what was discussed. Not they got to write word for word, but some highlights of what was discussed, where they don't have to repeat something that they weren't aware of. So it'd be better if they, and we need to be able to, this diversity communities going to reverse with the Mexicans and Irish. We need to bring them into the chambers because they trying to get political school districts and stuff like that. So we need to be some type of information to get out to them where they can be participate in the city of Harvey moving forward. And also I'd like to speak on public works. They do a great job. I think the staff is much more than we had before. Because I see 20 and 30 guys out there cleaning these lots, empty stuff, and they really do a hard job. And I don't know how they got a lot of tasks. Because I see a lot of highways and everything all over Harvey. I've been here since 69, as 8 years old. And I've seen the good times and the bad times. But also, when you staff your reports, they need to get something. And one more thing I had. When we need to get, maybe have a suggestion where we can get young kids, like you could have a program where we have a scholarship for high school, public high school, and all the 8th grades going to high school. You can do that fun by at a meeting and say $5 and give a raffle for $15 to whoever come and spend $5, got a chance to get a raffle ticket. And that money can go to the scholarship fund.
How many people was ahead of you?
And with my last time, well, 15 seconds, I'll give it to the next person.
They ain't going.
We have, thank you.
I don't have nothing to say today.
Amir, followed by Ryan Sinowski.
See?
Good afternoon. I guess I want to start by saying my name is Amir A. Shakur Clear. I'm the president of Freedom First International. And we would like to make a statement. And I'm going to start by asking a question. What does Christopher Clark have to fear with accountability to the community? That is the question of the hour. Mr. Clark, is it sweetheart deals that have provided for your lifestyle? Good question. Have you dabbled in the financials of the cities and county? What do you have to fear, Mr. Clark?
Come on.
When leadership stands outside the public interest, it is not leadership. We call it being a tyrant. Tyrannical movements have things to hide. So I ask you the question again, what do you have to fear, Mr. Clark? The last time I came here, I addressed you, and I asked you very specific questions, and you still haven't changed your course of action. You should be ashamed of yourself as a black man who politically indicts a black female.
Yep.
That is not leadership.
Hello.
That is not being a man.
No.
So I will no longer address you. What I will do is talk to the police officers in this room and say that the day that you become a political arm of the mayor's office is the day that you go wrong and you have fallen off of your lowly oath of office. We ask that you change your course because you can also stand and hope and be held accountable for your actions.
Hello.
We want the public to send a very loud and clear message at this point that the Harvey police are a political arm of the mayor's office.
Yes.
Let the public know, and that if once you stand in front of a police officer in Harvey, expect the worst. Every time.
We
What I'm interested in at this point is any officer who has acted outside of public interest, please send us an email. Freedom First International at gmail.com. I'm going to say that again, Freedom First International combo at gmail.com, or you can look us up. We're interested in indicting these officers. We're interested in working with the accountability boards and the state of Illinois to have these folks indicted. And if you don't believe me, then check my record, because I've stood up against governors. I've stood up against fallen police officers. Take it to heart. The last thing that I want to say, Mr. Clark, is I hope you never forget the day when you bastardized your office.
Hello.
Thank you. Finally, we have Ryan Sinowski.
Well, thank you, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. First of all, I'm wondering why the mayor was such a coward as to schedule a media interview at the same time as a press conference that we scheduled at 6 p.m. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that I was discussing about his disgusting, perverted, incorrect, illegal allegations that were made on April 28th. Actually, that was the same night my alderperson was arrested. He said that I had inappropriate sexual something or other with my students when I taught Thornton, which is, like I said, disgusting. It's not right. He said that because he wanted to teach us a lesson, quote unquote, about allegations, because we have no proof of things that he's done. Well, actually, we do. We still don't have any receipts. You can see all the people you've arrested for no reason. You can clearly see you're extorting businesses and churches. You give people fines all the time for retaliation. How can you be a city mayor and make such horrible allegations, you know? What's really sad is what actually happened at Thornton is that I was being bullied mercilessly for being a gay teacher. And administration didn't respond. So another thing I said is, all that's confidential. Now, I shared some of that information, but there's plenty I didn't share with Mr. Clark. How did Mr. Clark gain access to that confidential information about a District 205 employee and about minors in District 205? Does it maybe have something to do with someone that he knows very well in District 205 that I will not name? You can do your research.
Hello.
And Tyrone and Delaney, first of all, why are you laughing? You have been accused of sexually, violently going after women so many times, and it is not rumors, sir. Don't you dare laugh at me again. You can't even look at me, because you know it's true. And Delaney Smith, you work for the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services, and you throw out allegations, false allegations that I sexually went after a child. Delaney Smith, look at me in the face. You don't even have the guts, do you? Well, somebody better report her, because don't you think her boss should know that? I think that's pretty serious, especially since she's a mandated reporter. Finally, shame on all of you, it's Pride Month. I'll stand up for the LGBT black youth. I just went to the fashion show at Thornton High School, and they were there and they did a great job. Did you know the rates of suicide and homelessness are sky high amongst the black community, in the LGBT community? We are here. We live with you. We're your neighbors. We're your family. You cannot ignore us. These youth look to you, and you have failed them. Shame on you.
Okay.
Next we have departmental reports.
He is not happy.
Start off the city administrator.
Go on.
Follow our reports.
Go on.
You got one.
Give him the business. Oh, Lord.
The absence of the city administrator, our reading report, which speaks to full transparency about the state of our city and the work that's being conducted. To be completely honest with you, our city has never truly been removed from crisis mode. Since 2019, every step forward has been a part of an effort to not just remove, but to rebuild a government that was fundamentally broken. Let me remind you that at the very start of this administration, City Hall was raided by the FBI. Documents, computers, and other material were seized. These were the items Clark's administration could not account for. Beyond that, there was no real filing system in place, nothing was organized, nor was there any structure. Therefore, the past 6 years, day-to-day operations have been focused on putting out fires as they come, literally and figuratively. That's not how a city should run. But that's the reality that was inherited. I realize how difficult it may be to believe that a city could function without basic policies, procedures, and oversight, but unfortunately that was our reality. Now fast forward, we are committed to zeroing in on each department to identify areas that need improvement. As we uncover issues, we implement solutions that are sustainable and effective. By streamlining operations and services are easy to access, consistent and efficient, both for our residents and our staff. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we are finalizing the audit for 2022. Once it's complete, the full report will be made available on our city's website for public review. Immediately after, we will begin audit 2023. However, let me be clear, we do not expect the 2022 audit to be perfect, as it will reflect decisions and operations from 2021 at a time when many of our systems and processes we have now were not put in place. The benchmark is set for 2024 audit, which will be the first audit that gives us a real and accurate picture of how our current policies and procedures work. Additionally, in the first quarter of this year, we applied for as many grants as we could. The work continues. My priority is to bring in external resources to support much needed improvements to our infrastructure. Here are a few key updates. Streetlights. The assessment of streetlights along 147th Street is currently underway.
To set up the police to get us outside.
Fire hydrant replacement. We received only one bid for this project, which requires us to go back to bid. Water meter replacement.
Amir going?
And we're now able to move forward with this project.
Where he going,
This is a
Ramon?
major step in modernizing our.
Where he go, to the bathroom?
services. Other major projects such as
Oh, okay.
renovations along Broadway Avenue at 150th
Okay.
Street and 155th Street are currently in the design phase. These projects will take time and we don't expect to see shovels in the ground until 2026. But rest assured,
Here we go.
the work is moving forward and regular updates will be provided as we progress. Our mission is to rebuild this city with integrity, transparency, and a clear vision for the future. This is a long road, but we are making steady, meaningful progress. Thank you for your continued support and trust. This concludes my report.
Written by the mayor. I said her report written by the mayor. No.
Mayor, council members, and residents of the city of Harvey. I'm here today to provide you with a comprehensive update on recent crime statistics and the cases handled by the Harvey Police Department during the month of May 2025. This report will also encompass the department's overall activities for the month. In May 2025, the Harvey Police Department responded to a total of 2,955 calls for service. Their efforts resulted in 50 misdemeanor arrests, 12 felony arrests, 123 moving and equipment violations, 8 vehicles that were towed, 73 reported accidents. I'm pleased to report that through the diligent, exceptional efforts of our investigations division, felony charges were approved for 2 significant criminal investigations during May. Case number 1, a domestic-related incident at 16940 South Halsted that some may know as the Motel 6. On May 2nd, 2025, at approximately 12:24 a.m., the Harvey Police Department investigators and officers responded to a domestic-related complaint at the Motel 6 located at that address. Upon arrival, an employee alerted officers to a male physically assaulting a naked female. Officers proceeded to the room where they overheard a female pleading for the male suspect to cease the assault and release her. After the occupants refused to open the door, the officers forced entry. Inside, they observed the naked female curled in a fetal position on the floor, while the naked male suspect stood over her. The male suspect was immediately taken into custody. The female victim was transported to Angels Hospital for treatment of her injuries. During the subsequent investigation, it was determined that the male suspect had forcibly dragged the female victim back to the motel room from the hallway after she had initially attempted to escape. The victim sustained a swollen eye and cheek, visible blood in her mouth, and multiple lacerations to her face. Detective Muhammad formally charged Mark Swanigan, a male born December 29, 1994, from Chicago with the following offenses: attempted murder, kidnapping, aggravated domestic battery, and unlawful restraint. All charges were reviewed and approved by the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. Case number 2, aggravated domestic battery at 16629 Emerald Avenue. On May 24th, 2025, at approximately 4:26 a.m., Detective McGuire was called to investigate an aggravated domestic battery incident at that location. Upon arrival, officers located Sylvan Martinez inside the residence with several stab wounds to his upper body. His girlfriend and initial suspect was located outside the residence. Mr. Martinez informed officers that he was stabbed following a dispute and she was taken into custody. Following an extensive investigation, it was determined that the offender acted in self-defense during the incident. It stated that Mr. Martinez began strangling her after she refused to engage in sexual intercourse with him. Detectives also discovered that the victim had previously filed a domestic battery report against Mr. Martinez in 2024.
So they don't normally do
The Assistant State's Attorney's
Why would
Office
we need to
reviewed
know?
the case and approved 1 count of aggravated domestic battery. The Harvey Police Department remains steadfast in its dedication to enhancing the public safety and the quality of life for our residents. We deeply value your continued support as we work to move this city forward. Thank you.
No, not at all. I wonder if one of them felony arrests was Kobe's.
The
7, right?
Harvey responded to 153 calls, 16 calls were fire-related, 22 calls to EMS, 22 calls for good intention, 18 calls for hazard conditions, 45 calls medical profile. So when you have a medical emergency, you dial 911, that information will be available for our dispatchers. So thank you, that's in my report.
A lot of
Good
reports.
evening, Mayor, council members, and residents here. My name is Cesar Suarez. I'm the Economic Development Director for the city here. And my main responsibilities is business development, planning and zoning, and also property sales. We have a lot of property here, and we also do a lot of that work here for planning and zoning. On the business development side, the city staff and council members went to the ICSC conference on May 18th and 20th, and we had multiple potential prospects are interested in the city. We're following up on Starbucks, Sonic, Steak and Shake, Choice Hotels, Cordova, Planet Fitness, and the rest. And mainly the key areas would be in the northeast and the southwest.
Let's see if I can give a presentation.
That's where the main interest lies with attracting industry and retail. We also currently have about 8 Class A property tax applications, so we're going to review them and be coming before council in the coming months. With regard to planning and zoning, at the end of 2025, we received 58 zoning applications, clearances, year to date. For most of you know, before you can really locate in the city, you have to have zoning clearances, and so it takes time to really get through that process. And we have far more than we ever had before, so that's, out of the 58 that we have, 33 have been processed, with 32 approved, 1 denied, and then we have 25 remaining right now, and many more are coming along the way. We have received a special use permit for an area, and we're expecting to have that meeting as well with the Planning and Zoning Commission. With regard to property sales, we're tracking properties, and we also include both city properties and also other private properties that may be eligible for a judicial deed or a tax deed. So there's very opportunities out there to really convert and redevelop vacant lots, vacant properties. By identifying the property and submitting a letter of intent, you can do so online right now. Thus far, we have interest and activity on 182 properties. They include 104 have requested for potential sale, 31 have been approved for redevelopment, 28 are being purchased by MWRD for the transfer to the city, 9 properties have been sold, 7 are going to be returned to the city. We have denials of 2, and 1 property we are leasing. So most recently, on April 28, 2025, the City Council approved the sale of 60 East 155th Street to 2 Blue Crest Estates, a single-family home, and there's going to be an investment of $120,000 to renovate that vacant home. So we're excited about that. So we continue to prepare the commercial and industrial properties for sale.
That's so bogus.
We own 10 commercial properties, 8 industrial properties, and we continually present them to interested parties. That is my report.
Good evening, elected officials, citizens. My name is Louis Williams. I'm from the Harvey. Finance Department continues to work efficiently,
I believe it.
diligently, most importantly, quietly to manage the city's finances in terms of making sure reporting revenue properly and expenditures. We also work very hard to work within the limited means of the city. We talk about real estate tax collections. I think about 55% of what's actually billed, which does cost a tremendous cash crunch on the city's behalf. Also, we're paying pensions, exorbitant pensions to make up for pensions that really had not been properly funded, not just over the last 10 years, not just the last 20 years, probably closer to the last 35 years. Continue to run the limited resources we have.
That's why we have run the money. Right. Show us the money.
Good evening, everyone. Kristen Richardson for Public Works Department. Since the onset of the spring season, the Public Works Department has taken the task to tackle some of the major issues faced by the city. This has not been an easy feat. As Mr. Stephanie discussed in the previous meetings, one of our strategic priorities is ensuring that all city employees receive the necessary training to excel in their current roles and to grow into future opportunities. Over the past several weeks, we've made meaningful progress by hosting our first chainsaw safety and operation training in conjunction with IDOT. We had an excellent turnout of about 19 attendees, including participants from several neighboring villages. This collaborative training strengthened individual safety practices, improved regional emergency preparedness, and promoted municipal cooperation, all which are key components of building a more skilled and resilient workforce. As part of our ongoing initiative to identify and document water service line materials, we continue to work with our residents. So far, we have surveyed and completed 91 in-home inspections. However, we still have a long way to go. As mentioned in council meetings prior, our pumping station team continues to provide efficient and timely service to meet the city's operational needs. Over the past 2 weeks, they have completed 332 work orders, which include but not limited meter reads, exchanges, turn-ons, shut-offs, and locates. As for our streets division, they continue to operate under a war-by-war strategy focused on infrastructure upgrades and neighborhood beautification. Despite various challenges, the team has shown a strong coordination and consistent progress. They installed fencing and barricading around 2 vacant lots at 166 and Finch. They filled over 50 potholes citywide, cleared over 200 vacant lots, over 200 vacant lots and properties, and boarded up 10 abandoned homes. On May 16, 2025, the Public Works Department, in collaboration with the Harvey Police Department and Building Departments, conducted a major team cleanup on 151st Street and Lexington. The initiative was in response to residents' concerns regarding small children entering a questionable abandoned property. To enhance safety and restore the area, the team worked together to remove debris, boarded up 4 abandoned homes, installed security cameras to monitor the daily activity. This project demonstrated our commitment to quick, effective responses to resident concerns and improving public safety. A citywide survey of our street signs has been completed. As a result, so far, 70 new signs have been installed, including stop signs and other traffic signs. We made and scheduled installation to continue throughout the season. These efforts aim to enhance traffic visibility and promote safer roadways throughout the city. Thank you for all your continued dedication and teamwork. Let's stay focused and keep building a better place.
Public Works. I don't need it.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, and fellow residents. I'm pleased to provide this monthly report on behalf of the Building and Inspectional Services Department. Our team has remained active and efficient, ensuring that permits, inspections, and business licenses are handled with diligence and timeliness, especially as we enter our peak season for rehabilitation and maintenance work. In the month of May, our department approved a total of 90 permits, making a strong start to our busy season because of the favorable weather conditions. These permits include 20 roofing permits, 10 solar permits, along with 10 rehab permits. Additionally, we approved the demolition of 2 residential properties due to structural concerns and safety issues. 14835 Vale Avenue and 15222 Loomis Avenue. These actions are part of our ongoing commitment to improve public safety. We are proud to report that 211 business licenses were approved in May, a sign of continued economy and creating opportunities for residents. Before I close, I want to take a moment to acknowledge something just as important as permits and inspections, how we treat each other as neighbors. Our work brings us into neighborhoods across the city. We sometimes see tension arise between neighbors over property lines, maintenance issues, and misunderstandings.
While our department will always do its part to enforce codes and mediate where necessary, many of these issues can be resolved through simple conversation and a bit of patience. Let's remember that this is our community. The success of Harvey depends not just on city services or officials, but on each of us making the effort to communicate, cooperate, and show mutual respect. Together we can continue to build not just better homes and businesses, but a stronger, more unified city. This concludes my report.
Where did you get 211 business license? I would like to know where they at. Where those businesses at? And when they open? 211? That's quite a few.
Good evening, I'm Alexia Hall, Director of Communications for the city. Our department is continuing to focus on
What 211 businesses did he give license to
Last
though?
month, we hosted our second
That's what he just
Kansas
said
Solutions
in
meeting
May.
of the year, where representatives from Cook County Animal Control and the Animal Cruelty Society were on hand for a discussion on animal control in the city. So a big thank you to all who joined us. As many of you know, the city produces a monthly newsletter, which is called the Harvey Pulse. Thank you all for sharing your resounding, positive feedback via a survey that we recently created. So far, we've had about 50, critiques, and the main critique is that the information doesn't come out on time. Getting the newsletter to the residents is an issue that we are working on as it concerns us as well. Just know that your comments have been heard and we are looking at ways to get it to you sooner. In the meantime, please remember that it is available on our website about 3 weeks sooner than it arrives in your mailbox, and is also available in a video format on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. If you haven't seen it yet, you can take a look and a listen right now.
Volume 17 of the Harvey Pulse, your go-to source for all the latest news and happenings in the city of Harvey. In the city of Harvey, we believe residents deserve to know how decisions are made, how tax dollars are spent, and what's being done each day to move the city forward. That's why the city is focused on creating more opportunities for public engagement and more ways for residents to stay informed. That includes clearer communication and consistent updates on projects and city goals. Recent efforts include a newly designed city website, a monthly newsletter, and more timely updates across official social media platforms. Residents are encouraged to read the information provided through these channels.
It's like a
In that same spirit, Mayor has made a personal
page out of Tiffany's book.
The mayor sessions every Friday. This open door time invites residents to bring their concerns, questions, or ideas directly to City Hall. Transparency builds trust, and trust strengthens community. Planning to close on a property in Harvey? Don't forget to apply for a real estate transfer stamp at least 5 business days before the closing date. Application can be submitted in person at City Hall or online at cityofharveyil.gov. All details and required forms are available on our website. All dogs and cats in the city of Harvey must be registered. Residents can stop by the clerk's office to complete registration to ensure pets are safe and accounted for. Last month, the fire department posted a CPR training for senior residents. The training equips participants to act quickly in the event of a cardiac emergency, where knowing CPR can increase survival rates by up to 50%. Those interested in future classes can call 708-331-7720 to register. Residents are also encouraged to sign up with Smart 911. This free service allows you to create a safety profile with critical personal information such as medical history and emergency contacts. That information is instantly shared with dispatchers during a 911 call, even if the caller is unable to speak. You can sign up at smart911.com. If you've interacted with the building department, we want to hear from you to better understand your experience and shape future improvements. The survey link is included in the printed edition of the newsletter and forms throughout City Hall and is available on the city's website. Thanks to community participation, this year's spring cleanup resulted in more than 94 tons of waste collected. A cleaner Harvey is a shared success.
Harvey ain't clean.
Public Works.
It ain't clean though.
We also held our second community solutions meeting. This one focused on animal care and control. Join us at the next one so you can be part of the solution. To ensure that this newsletter remains helpful and relevant, a short survey is available. The survey takes just a few minutes and provides valuable insights to help improve future editions. Scan the available QR code or visit our website to take part. With frequent train traffic throughout the city, residents are reminded to review railroad safety tips from Illinois Operation Lifesaver included in this issue. Whether driving or walking, stay alert and stay part of each city council meeting. There's a time when residents are invited to speak directly to their local government. If you want to participate, sign up at the welcome table before the meeting begins. Speakers are given up to 3 minutes. This is the community's time to raise concerns, share feedback, and offer suggestions. Public participation helps shape the future of Harvey, and every voice matters. A festive Cinco de Mayo celebration was held with food, fun, and live entertainment. Thanks to the city clerk's office for organizing the event. Well, that's all for this issue of the Harvey Pulse. Join us next month for more updates. Take care.
Well, thank you. That concludes my report.
Say nothing. She really didn't.
She didn't say nothing. She's sitting up here lying.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Maria. I am the manager for the water department. The following is an overview of recent water department activities, billing statistics, and revenue collections for the current reporting period. Our department completed a total of 221 work orders, which included highway complaints, new residents, water turn-ons and shut-offs, visual meter readings, and residential deep checks. To date, we have successfully installed 2,348 smart meters throughout the community. A total of 5,847 water bills were issued this billing cycle, with 1,636 accounts enrolled in paperless billing. We currently have $5,711,626.28 in outstanding water balances. During this period, we collected $154,321.27 toward those outstanding accounts. We remain committed to improving service delivery, expanding smart meter implementation, and strengthening our effort to recover past due balances. Thank you for your continued support as we work to provide efficient and reliable water service to our residents. That concludes my report.
Good evening. I am the Director of Human Resources. The Human Resource Department is working on making our interview process better. A positive experience can increase the likelihood of job offers by 66%. The Human Resource Department thrives on efficiency, clarity, and communication, and they share their company culture to build trust. Our goal is to increase that percentage to 100%. We're also striving to create new policies and procedures. With that understanding, by making policy changes,
Y'all don't have policies and procedure in place and you HR?
Governance, ensuring consistent decision-making, transparent operations, and accountability. Policies and procedures help hold employees accountable for their actions and ensure that no municipality is operating. The Human Resource Department is also updating job descriptions and titles. It's crucial for reflecting organizational changes and ensuring clarity for the roles and responsibility, in which it provides performance. Clear descriptions allow for more effective performance evaluations and feedback, while accurate descriptions attract the right candidate and save time on resources in the hiring process. We are identifying training opportunities to equip employees with necessary skills and knowledge to enhance the overall success of our organization. The Human Resource Department continues to implement strategies to reduce employee turnover, such as creating a positive work environment, offering competitive benefits, and providing opportunity for career growth. Also, the HR department does regular check-ins with managers and employees.
The fact that she don't
to
have
provide
policies and
ongoing
procedure.
feedback and develop
What you mean y'all not in
opportunities as a
focus?
part
I
of
don't know.
comprehensive growth
I'm
and
in focus.
strategy.
It look focused on my
This
end.
open communication allows employees
I
to
have no
stay on
idea what's
track,
going on. Maybe my
address
signal.
leading challenges,
I don't
and
know. I'm
receive
sorry.
recognition for their achievements. We will continue to provide continuing learning opportunities,
It's clear on my
trainings,
end.
workshops, coaching, and mentor programs
Maybe it's
to
a lag.
enhance leadership skills. Within the next 60 days, our leadership workshop will be taking place for all directors, chiefs, and managers. This helps leaders to stay productive on top market developments. Companies are more than 5 times more likely to have a successful transformation when leaders have role modeled the behavior changes that they're asking their own employees. I feel if you strengthen leadership, it builds capacity for strength and growth. This concludes my report.
Talk to you, Mayor. Leadership.
He wrote the report. He wrote all of them.
To the mayor, to the city council, to the administration, and to the wonderful people of the city of Harvey. My name is Joseph Whittington Jr. I'm the Director of Senior Services. Today I prepared a brief report concerning the Senior Services Department's accomplishments for this month. We had one seniors with an attitude of gratitude gathering in April with a small group of seniors, but the weather was bad for them. It was 32 of them, but they did come out even in the rain. We had 13 line dancing groups throughout the week with a group of 177 people participating. We're finding out as a senior services that wellness is what they want to do. They want to do something that's exercising and fun. We attended one Cinco de Mayo celebration, and it was a large turnout of over 70 people attended this room here. We attended, when I said we, I said me and my staff. We attended School District 152 Grandparents' Day celebrating Brooks Middle School, sharing information about the city and what we're doing for seniors. We attended one South Suburban College Strategy Planning Community Forum representing the city of Harvey, sharing what seniors need in education and in this area of for seniors. We hosted one Cook County Clerk Monitor Gordon's Property After Death Forum at the City Hall here. We had a large group turnout to realize that over 80% of the seniors do not have wills, have not even planned, even thought about making one. We attended one Jesse Jackson Senior Service Building for teaching people to deal with fire extinguishers workshops. We planted flowers with volunteers. There are a group of volunteers, seniors that would like to beautify the city, and we are constantly encouraging seniors that would like to work with us to beautify the city with flowers. We asked for 69 incoming calls, served 49 requests, completed 25 requests, returned 38 calls. Emailed 6 emails, had 5 walk-ins. In closing, we had some updates, activities for seniors for June. We have 2 line dancing events for Tuesdays, the 10th and the 17th at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 10 to 11 here at City Hall. One bingo luncheon for June 12th at 12 to 3. We have one Juneteenth celebration, June the 18th, from 12 to 3. That is my report. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No, I don't know. She said it's not in focus, but I don't. My phone rang. Maybe that was it. I have no idea. That's another report.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the City Council, and residents. My name is Charles Moore. I'm the City Director of the Department.
They'll never do
I
this.
used to provide monthly reports on behalf of the Revenue Department. I teamed up with the Water Department, the Building Department, and produced a more efficient and affordable way to receive transfer stamps on the online process. In the month of May, I approved a total of 88 transfer stamps with 32 pending documentation, proving our online payment process is successful. Additionally, we collected numerous past water bills, being the highest one of $12,618 that goes back to 2020. We have also recovered numerous fines, city building violations, the largest being $7,500. The Revenue Department will continue to look into past due fines, fees, past due taxes, and collect and reduce the city's deficits. I have the pleasure of meeting old business owners, new business owners, as well as longtime Harvey residents who care about the future of Harvey. It is a new direction. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
So they've been in office 6 years. They don't have processing procedure. They don't have their shit in order. And they don't have financial reports. Okay. And it's taking out 6 years plus to do it. But his next term, he gonna have everything. I get it.
Those reports are always.
Before we go into, this was actually, the last report was Revenue Department, so I was waiting until that time to inform everyone that the treasurer has placed on the dais a copy of a report, which we are going to submit to the Comptroller's Office for verification, and then to the Finance Department, not Finance Department, Finance Committee. And it should be on the agenda for
The next meeting.
23rd, I think it is? Yeah. The 23rd, meeting for the 23rd, so it should be on that agenda at that particular point in time.
We got them open meetings like violations we sent off. That's why.
And we are very appreciative.
You know why, right? He got them violations.
The report. Now,
We sent out them Open Meetings Act violations for the treasurer's report.
I'm trying to be brief.
Cause he's stupid.
First, just to make sure, especially those that are watching, public comment is just that, it is public comment, it's public opinion. It does not necessarily mean that what the commenters are saying is true.
Yes, it is.
It just means that they have a right under the First Amendment to express themselves and their opinion regarding certain matters.
It's true.
So we want to make sure that everyone understands that, and we do respect those opinions as well. But once again, those opinions have not been verified either. We have.
Neither have the financials.
There was one specific comment talking about ways that we can get in touch with the community and let the community know certain things. It was mentioning other ethnic groups as well, ethnicities. First of all, if you are interested in your water bill and you are a resident of Harvey who pays a water bill, there is an insert that comes in your water bill every month that gives you an indication of what is going on, tells you what took place in the council meetings. So you can read that insert so that you can find out exactly what's happening in the council meetings, because we want people to be informed. Also, as our communications department also stated, we have the Harvey newsletter. The letter is both in print and online. So you can also access
the financials. Can we print that out?
About the city. In addition, if there are also, and we are having, don't have the date for the next one, but our community solutions meetings. And community solutions meetings are another opportunity for us to come together to talk and discuss some of the issues that we have and try to figure out solutions. I want to thank Cook County Animal Control, also the Animal Welfare League, and Laura Daly from Buzz Ambulance for coming out and speaking with us about those particular issues, because it is extremely important.
They didn't solve anything. Oh, those are sorority sisters.
When he was talking about things that we have as far as other ethnicities, actually this is other ethnicities, this is everyone. We have the Mayor's Cup, which is a 3-on-3 soccer event that will take place this month on June 28th and 29th. There's a 3-on-3 soccer event for 7 divisions? Yeah, 7 divisions. You can go online to find the information to sign up if you would like to participate. The first prize is, I think, $1,000. We have a second $500 this time? And the second prize is $500. So, it's one of the things that we sponsor so that our youth can have something to do during the summer. I'm trying to strike out some of the things so they don't have to address all these. So here it is.
What you addressing, sir?
We would hope, I've gotten quite a few calls from our senior population. And with everything that's going on and the venom and vitriol, I hope that we can take it down a notch. Because they're extremely concerned, and they're more so concerned about their own personal safety. I am going to just leave it at that, because if I say anything else, it'll seem like I'm pointing fingers at one side or the other. I would just hope that we could bring that down. And so I want to address some of the other issues that could be addressed for that particular reason. But I do want to reiterate what our third ward alderwoman said as far as the businesses and paying property taxes. Property taxes are the city's of Harvey's business, because a portion of those taxes come to the city, not just to the city of Harvey, but they also come to the library district, the school district, the park district, and many other districts. Excuse me. Harvey has 15 taxing bodies. Now, that doesn't mean Harvey taxes you, but we have 15 taxing bodies from there. South Suburban College, Township, mosquito abatement. There's a variety of taxes that are in those property taxes. And when those businesses do not pay their property taxes, then it puts an extra burden on those other taxing bodies to figure out how to serve you without any money. Plain and simple. So we need those businesses to pay, and we would like your support in letting those businesses know that they should pay their property taxes, because we get a portion of them.
That's not their problem. That's their landlords. That's a property owner, I know that.
First of all, I'll say happy Pride Month. It's June, it's Pride Month. And seeing that we have some members from the LGBTQ plus community here, I want to make sure that I get it clear that while I'm accused of calling someone a pedophile, I never mentioned that person's sexuality, neither did I call him a pedophile. He equivocates being a pedophile with being gay, because that is not something that I said, and it's not something that I believe in any shape, form, or fashion. Harvey is, and Harvey has been, a safe space for everyone who is a part of the community. And I stand with that community. And will continue to stand with that community. I have always stood with the community in more ways than you can imagine. And it just so happens that the person who's making the complaint about me, I represented that person as a lawyer for free. So if I had a problem with people being in the community, I think probably the first thing I wouldn't have done was represent someone for free.
Recently?
But I did.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
it really insults.
Right.
Because once again, and this is part of what you get for being in the seat when the accusations come.
2017.
But members of my family are also part of the community. And when my members of my family understand, wait a minute, you did what?
Okay.
You know, of course they know it's not true, but the simple fact is that it makes them feel a certain way, and it makes them feel a certain way because it's being equivocated that being gay means being a pedophile. And that is not what I mean. Now,
So then we can do
it's
a
today's
side-by-side
time
video.
where
Okay.
people in the community are under attack.
Tag me in it.
You need as many people on your side as possible. You definitely do. And Harvey is, unfortunately for the rest of the world, now we may have gone crazy on some things, I will admit. But some things we are steady on. And we have always been steady on our diversity. That's why we have so many different races and ethnicities and religions in this city. We have so many people of diverse backgrounds and sexualities in this city. And unlike Chicago, where it becomes some of the most segregated, that has never really been the Harvey problem. Harvey has actually been that place where people who could not find the equality that they needed in other places, they came to Harvey. And black people came to Harvey as well, because they couldn't find that equality in other places. So Harvey has always been that. We will always support that. And we will always support the gay community. So hopefully that will put that to rest. It probably won't, because some people feel like they have, just political motives, and they're using the community in order to move that agenda forward. But it has no place here. Absolutely no place. And I say that because if there's anybody who will watch this in the future, you can understand. Not yet. Now, that being said,
I don't even get it. I don't get what he's saying.
Happy Father's Day.
Have the last word. I don't get it.
So that is coming up. Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm a dad, I'm a girl dad. I'm proud to be a girl dad. Love it. And absolutely the most wonderful thing. So people ask me, should I have had boys? I don't know. God didn't set it up that way. He showed us blessed me when he gave me the girls. So that's all I got to say on that one. And to all the other fathers, I hope you feel the same way for whether you have girls or boys. You know what? And let me go back here. That just brought me something else that I want to speak on. Because with that LGBTQ plus issue, there's trans in there too. And there's some people who have those issues. And they have to deal with those issues.
Why are we talking about this?
Attacked as well. Why? I have to bring this up. So, I mean,
You didn't.
But the bottom line is, as I was thinking about sons and daughters, I just started thinking about those family members who have children who are trans. And they have to go through the things that they have to go through because society doesn't necessarily want to understand or recognize those children. So,
what is your point?
try to leave that at that when something else comes up. Happy Juneteenth. Because the next time we see you, Juneteenth will have passed.
He don't have shit to
And
say.
for those black people,
He doing a Tiffany hanger.
Juneteenth is extremely important. I'm glad to see that it is now a national holiday. I hope that we can once again party in peace, and we can celebrate what it truly means Because that freedom that was finally announced to those people who were in Texas, as far as them being free, as late as it was, I wasn't there, of course, but I'm pretty sure they weren't complaining when they got it. And they were happy to know. And finally, black people specifically were in a position where we were all declared free. Y'all know freedom ain't always free. But, you know, it's one step at a time, and we are building a perfect union.
We know them charges ain't gonna stick.
So, last but not least, I'm gonna do what I always do when things like this happen.
Like what?
And I hope that all of you do the same thing. First of all, I went to church the other week. And you know, I didn't get no peace. Because somebody took pictures of me in church. And I had to contact my pastor and ask my pastor about that. He took pictures and they put it on Facebook. And that's okay, because maybe some other people get saved as a result.
They gonna dip you twice.
You know.
They gonna dip you twice.
You go to church, so we go to church too. You know, when you think you don't go to church, remember now, you need to have a relationship. You saved, sanctified, fire baptized, and have a relationship with God.
Baby, they gonna have to dip you twice, cause.
But, yeah, that goes for me too, for those coming in the moment. It goes for me too. It goes for all of us.
Oh my
And so I
God.
let you know.
What is this about?
I'm going to
It's supposed to.
leave it
Why are we talking about
exactly
church?
there. And I'm going to end out my time with a scripture.
Okay.
Separation of church and state, man. Separation
I'm
of
going
church and
to
state.
enter, I am going to end
I don't know.
my time with a scripture.
That's it, y'all.
Be merciful to me, O God, be merciful. Because I come to you for safety. In the shadow of your wings, I find protection until the raging storms are over. I call to God, the
I'm
Most
over
High,
him.
to God who supplies
It's over,
every
right?
need. He will answer from heaven and save me. He will defeat my oppressors. God will show me his constant love and faithfulness.
Meeting adjourned.
I am surrounded by enemies who are like lions, hungry for
Everybody
human
outside.
flesh. Their teeth are like
Sorry.
spears and arrows. Their tongues are like sharp swords.
Thank you.
Show your greatness in the sky, O God, and your glory over all the earth. On that note, that is Psalm 57,
That is.
verses 1 through 5.
Who cares? Who
And on
cares?
that note,
Separation of state, church and state.
All right, you too.
Quit religion with your cooking.
now you see,
That guy, shut up. Shut up. You guys got to go outside.
We are going outside. You too. I'm getting on the elevator too. It smells like ass on this elevator, just so y'all know. Oh, it smells better now. They must have sprayed it.
Okay. I ain't going to these till my knees hurt.
Girl, I ain't going down these steps.
And I know you not.
Not with this walker.
Ooh, he know he feeling hurt tonight.
Listen, his feelings is hurt.
Yeah, he tore up from the floor up. I knew who to get to speak to me. I said, Amir, come.
Yes.
Would you come here tonight? He said, you trying to get me?
This the right floor?
No.
Oh, shit.
The other side. Push.
E? I push one.
No, E.
Oh, okay.
He trying to.
I'm sorry, y'all. We stuck in the elevator.
I told him to be my voice tonight. He said, get me locked up.
Listen.
I said, I go with you. I told him.
Clark was mad as hell because he really wanted to do some shit. But you see that he allowed clapping and he allowed chanting. So now you can't renege and take it back.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You did a nice picture of Saturday.
What I miss?
The devil is a liar.
He did all this, and he's just so.
He wrote all them speeches.
Such a great, and he just, and oh my gosh.
He wrote all of that. He wrote it himself. So that's all.
This whole place gonna catch a fire one
Don't
night.
get caught up in it. That's what watch fight. We got to get out of there.
Wait, hold on. Come, are we going? Wait a minute, hold on.
That's freezing.
Cause I gotta get. Hold on, y'all.
Y'all waiting on Kobe? I was waiting on Kobe. Okay.
You know, then they gonna be saying we gotta leave out.
He's doctoring it. He's doctoring it. That's why.
They're looking for approval from it, and they're not going to approve it, okay? Then I'm going to call their ass out at the next meeting, all right?
He said on the 23rd, right?
Yeah,
that's me. That's Kobe's court date too.
What time?
I think it said 9:30. Yep. Room 101 this time, because it was on 102 last time. Yep, 101. That's the day she'll be let go.
A long time. And somebody had to let people know about the lead. I had to get them on and do what I had to do. Was it being tested?
My voice is spoken. A mirror spoke for me.
He did excellent.
Yeah, he did.
He did excellent.
I like the way
I love it.
that.
Yes.
Hit it for me, will you?
Right.
I love it.
Because you're going to go to jail if you do it.
Right. Yeah, let him do it that way. You
Yeah.
know, you got to have some boundaries.
And you speaking man to man, so
yeah.
he did good.
How's it going now? Okay, all right, you too.
He's ain't letting you talk because you're going to fool around and go to jail.
We don't want you to go to jail. But say what you got to say.
As long as you're not being rowdy.
You and your administration, y'all all a bunch of grads except two.
Listen.
There's no damn way I would vote for you.
Right.
You not want
And this prayer gimmick. I rebuke you, Satan.
Did he always pray, or was that just a today thing?
When he in trouble.
Okay.
His butt on fire.
Gotcha.
That fool don't pray. What you praying for?
Right.
We're not in church. We're in city council meeting.
I'm freezing. I'm about to leave in like 2 minutes.
We are in a city council meeting. We're not in
I said
church.
to myself, a lightning bolt gonna come down in there in City Hall and strike this Get up there playing with God.
Did you get up and walk out when you started?
And that was a long ass prayer for nothing.
When he goes to pray, y'all need to get up and walk out.
Woo! I be wanting to snap.
That's all it was all Tiffany. That's all I saw was Tiffany. I was like, what the fuck?
Using God.
I'm going to get me a hoagie when I leave here. I'm hungry. I think I'm going to make lasagna tomorrow.
When Brian was talking about
Yeah. He did. Yeah, Ryan did excellent. Would you like to say anything to the people? Would you like to say anything to the people? They were so excited about your speech.
Yeah, she came through the alley when Brian was having a press conference.
You sure did not.
I told Ryan.
Oh no, you're gonna do. Ryan's gonna do a side-by-side comparison. Take what he said today and take what he said that day and put them next to each other, and then see what cancels each other out. Because if he didn't say it, then it don't exist, right?
Because you said the definition of the word, does that mean you didn't say it?
Right. Yep.
That's why I took out that.
Yes. Absolutely.
Don't do anything unless you check it.
You know they're gonna be separated.
Oh, I saw.
And who is you now?
Huh?
I was trying to get your name.
Oh, Vivian.
Because you with Ryan too, right?
Well, I'm with Ryan and Kobe. Yeah. I'm just here to report them. Yep. Make sure I get the news out to the people. You got something to say?
I had a lot to say last night when I was talking to him on
Listen.
On his YouTube.
I'm trying to get the news out to the people. Definitely glad that Kobe is running for mayor. No, she jumped in her car and left.
I hate to hear her voice.
Hear who voice?
Sure.
And I did an interview with him. Thanks for coming too. I did an interview with him.
Yeah, I'm really good.
I'm gonna just get in my car. I forgot her name. I honestly don't know her name. I couldn't tell you. All right. I'm gonna sit in my car and wait for her to walk out. She ain't come out yet? I'm finna go get me a sandwich, y'all. I am so hungry. And I'm not cooking. Nobody cooked. They got nachos in the house, but I don't want nachos. I really don't. Ugh, sorry. Ugh. All right, hold on, y'all. People say I'm faking my my disability. Believe me, I do not want to have a cane and a walker every day. Ugh. I wish I wasn't disabled. Ugh. I truly am not faking it. All right. Let's see. Why Kobe haven't walked out yet? Y'all see how all these police out here after the meeting. That's a peaceful meeting. We just waiting on Kobe to walk out. So I'm gonna get me a sandwich. Where is she? I went and got a car washed. When did I go outside? Saturday. Inside my car is dirty as hell. Where is Miss Chapman, our future mayor? Whew. They're trying to make everybody leave without her walking out. Is she on her way? I don't even see her. Let me call and see where she at. I'm gonna end this live.